Joining me now is Iranian journalist, author, and women's rights activist, Masih Alinejad. Masih, thank you so much for joining us again.
I am alive.
Well, we are so grateful and thankful that you are alive and that you are here with us to share an update on your extraordinary story. So the last time we spoke, more than a year ago, Masih, you were under active threat of assassination. Now, 2 men have been convicted and jailed with trying to kill you. Take me back to that moment that the verdict was read. How did that feel?
To be honest, I want to say that I'm relieved, but at the same time, exhausted, you know? Learning about all the chilling details gave me goosebumps when I was like hearing all the details from killers. Like my husband was sitting there, my family members sitting there in the courtroom, and they were saying how they got close to me, to my beautiful garden, to my beautiful sunflowers garden in Brooklyn. And I remember that I saw the big guy with AK-47. I stared into his eyes. He stared me back. And I thought, maybe he was there to appreciate my sunflowers, but he was there to kill me, as he admitted in the courtroom.
At what moment, when you were standing in your garden, when you saw this man standing before you, did you realize this is not someone admiring your garden, this is someone who wants to take your life?
I didn't really know that he was there to kill me. I learned from his testimony, but I remember that I was very scared because my garden is beautiful, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't judge people. He was quite scary, you know. But the scariest moment for me, which made me cry, was the moment when he said to the prosecutor that I was there to burn down the whole house. I'm talking about a house that my amazing husband, my amazing stepchildren lived there. So that was the scariest moment for me. When he said that, you know, he recruited a woman to knock the door and ask me for a flower, for plants, and to kill me. So, and this is scary for me, that he was there to hear me die. This is what he said, that the stabbing is difficult only for some people.
And Masih, despite your fear as you're listening to this, you found the strength to testify against your would-be assassins. What was that like for you to face them in court?
To be honest, nervous. I was absolutely nervous. But at the same time, that was the dream of millions of Iranians, to finally face the killers, to finally those who dare to silence us for the crime of speaking up, for the crime of just, you know, want to show our hair, for the crime of fighting for freedom. So that's why I said, I'm going to face them. I'm going to stand, you know, remember all those who were the victim of assassination plots, like other people who were not as lucky as I am to be alive. So I stared them down, and I'm so proud to see all my neighbors, the people that, you know, from Brooklyn were there, sitting there, my friends, human rights activists, journalists, even a woman who was shot in her eye during Women's Life uprising in Iran. She was there, although she was blinded by the same killers in my country, inside Iran. She was there. It was a beautiful moment, but it's scary as well.
How did you find the courage to face people who wanted to kill you in court?
You know, my heroes are millions of women inside Iran. They face guns and bullets every single day when they walk in the street. They face morality police. They get beaten up. They receive lashes. They face rape, but they never give up. So I am one of them. You know, I'm a badass woman. I'm not going to give up to killers. And the ideology, the manifest behind assassination plot is to make you live in fear, in paranoia. So I'm not going to let them win. At the same time, I have to tell you that thanks to the U.S. government, my new country, protecting me from the government of my birth country, Iran, but the justice only comes when I see the mastermind of the terrorist plot are going to be accountable, the Iranian regime, the Revolutionary Guards.
That's my next question. You have said that the mastermind behind this assassination plot against you has yet to be held accountable. Masih, what does real justice look like for you?
To be honest, you know that very well, that President Biden administration, they just offered me to go under witness protection. This is not in my DNA to hide myself. I want to be loud. The reason they wanted to kill me, the regime in Iran, is because I'm a loud woman. Now I am more determined not only to protect the women of Iran and give them voice, to protect America as well, because I've been given a second life. So I want the Trump administration to hear my voice. Negotiating with this regime is not going to save the lives of Americans. It's not about me. It's bigger than me. The regime that's trying to kill me, they tried to assassinate President Trump as well. It is about America. It is about the national security of America. It is about the lives of Americans, innocent people. Imagine they would have opened fire on my life. How many innocent people from Brooklyn would have been killed? So this is about our soil. This is about our freedom of speech. And I want them to take action, the Trump administration.
Yeah, last time you and I spoke, you had a direct message for President Biden, and you were trying to meet with him. What is your message to President Trump?
Last time didn't work. President Biden actually didn't want to hear they hand out millions of dollars. I mean, I have a direct message to President Trump. You say that maximum pressure, phenomenal. Iranian people support the idea, but we need maximum support for the people of Iran, and we need to understand that the Islamic Republic do not understand language of diplomacy. They only understand language of pressure. What is pressure? First, target and kick out their operators who are here, the relative of the Ayatollahs, the professors. I can name them. In Princeton University, there are professors here who were the diplomats for the Islamic Republic when the assassination plot happened. So there are the Islamic Republic spies here. Kick them out. And the Trump administration, they designated the Revolutionary Guard as a terrorist organization. The Houthi, the proxies of the Islamic Republic, as a terrorist organization. I think the U.S. government must take the lead and ask their own allies, the Europeans, to do the same. Otherwise, we will see more assassination plots taking place in America and Europe.
Given your passion around this, your strong convictions, do you want to meet with President Trump directly?
I always want to meet with my president here in America. I was ignored by Biden administration because they wanted to negotiate and they thought maybe I'm making trouble for them. But I really want to meet with President Trump as well, of course, because this is my country. And I don't want to see that the dictators and killers from my birth country, Iran, threatening America. And I strongly believe that we, the people of Iran, we're better allies for Americans. And my sister, don't forget, they don't care whether you're right-wing or left-wing. They don't care whether you're Republican or Democrat. The killers in my country, they hate America. They hate free women. They hate my hair. They're scared of my hair, my body. They really hate us. So that's why we should be united and end these transnational repression. Otherwise, they will end us.
It's so important to stress that this fight is not over for you in any way. In fact, there is yet another court case pending against more would-be assassins.
Yeah, those two actually are, unfortunately, it is so sad to see that this time the person who was assigned to kill President Trump hired two Americans. They were waiting for me at Fairfield University, where I was scheduled to give a talk to students. Then I learned from the FBI that they were waiting for me to kill me, so they canceled the whole event. But I want the law enforcement in America, President Trump administration, not to protect me. I don't have any fear for my own life. I want them to protect America from transnational repression, from terrorists, from act of terrorism on U.S. soil. My God, I left my beloved country. I came here in America to be safe. And now I have to watch over my shoulder? I have to move 21 times between safe houses? That's quite sad.
What is the status right now of your life in the wake of these two killers being put behind bars? You have been, as you say, living in FBI safe houses with your husband, with your family. Can you start to feel safer at this point, or are you still looking over your shoulder?
Safe, you said.
Yeah, safer.
Even safe is too luxury. The word safe is too luxury. For those of us who dare to challenge Islamic ideology. You know, but let me tell you something. I believe that if we don't get united to end the Islamic Republic, another September 11 would happen here again. Maybe people think that I'm exaggerating. No. Imagine me walking 20 years ago here in America asking everyone to join me to end Osama bin Laden and Al-Qaeda. What would have been the reaction of Americans? Dismissed my message, no? But what happened? 3,000 innocent people, Americans, got killed by the same terrorists. That's how terrorists acting. I hear from left wing saying I'm Islamophobic because I'm saying Islamic dictators, they want to expand their ideology here. And I hear from right-wing people saying that America first, we don't care about what's happening in the Middle East. But I'm here to tell you, I love America. I know the terrorists better than you. So listen to me. Whether you care about terrorists, Islamic ideology or not, they do care about you. If you say America first, for dictators, America first too. The first thing that they want to do to destroy America.
So are you still looking over your shoulder every day, Masih?
I do, but I love hugging everyone. I don't want to live in fear. Believe me, you know.
So do you feel afraid on a day-to-day basis right now?
I mean, it is scary, but I want to enjoy my life. I have an amazing husband. The love saved my life. And I mean, the day when I saw the killers, I got really scared. But let's be very honest. When I left the courtroom, when I got back home, I had the best, amazing love and the best, amazing night with my husband. So I'm enjoying my life. I'm enjoying my life. I don't want to live in fear. I said that because I want dictators to hear me. That I still enjoy my love, my life, my people, my neighbors, everything. I jump on a bicycle. I don't want to live in fear, you know? So the killers want to actually push me behind the curtain. I don't want to do this. I want to be loud. I want to go on public space. Sometimes people don't invite me for dinner. Invite me. I love you and I want to share the bullets with you. No, I mean, I want to tell Americans that we should fight against the fear that they want to put in our heart. We should not let them win. And I have no fear, but it is scary because I don't want to die.
Well, you deserve to have the love of your life and to enjoy life, as you say. And Masih, you fight so hard for the women of Iran. Every day, every minute of your life, you have dedicated your life to this fight. In this moment where you've had this moment of victory, of strength, of vindication, what is your message to the women of Iran who are going to see you?
Nothing. The women of Iran are brave enough. They send their message to me, and my job is to echo their voice. I have a message for women here in America. I have a message for the youth here in America. To those actually are in university campus, believe me, saying I am Hamas, not saving your life, not actually helping the people who are the victim of Hamas and Islamic Republic. You should join us. I have a message for American women who say that, you know, we don't care about Iranian women, women of Afghanistan. Believe me, Taliban and Islamic Republic, they will ruin your freedom as well. It breaks my heart that I see everyone, there is no outrage. You kidding me? Yeah. The killers are here. The killers are here. If you really want to free Palestine from Hamas, from Islamic Republic, because I have experienced, my women, Iranian women, they have experienced living under Hamas, living under Islamic Republic. So we know them better than anyone else. So I don't have any message for the women of Iran, but the message from Iranian women to the youth, to women in America is do not empower our killers. Stand with us and let us end these terrorists.
I want to ask you about the most important woman in your life, which is your mom. And I know you don't get to be in contact with her as you would like. Have you gotten to talk to her, to speak to her after this court ruling? What is it you want her to know?
You know, last time I cried when you asked about my mother, and I said that I haven't seen my mom for 13 years for the crime of just speaking up. Then when I was walking in the street, there were a lot of mothers who watched the show. They gave me a hug. Isn't that beautiful?
It's beautiful.
So the regime in Iran want to deter me. This time I'm not going to cry. I want to make them cry. I love my mother. But I have a lot of beautiful family here in America who support me, protect me. They're back there in Iran who is still fighting against the regime. So I want my mother to know that I'm strong enough to continue my fight. And I'm sure one day I am going to hug her. If not, there are a lot of beautiful mothers. I'm going to hug them. And I'm going to be proud of my mom who taught me a lesson. Fight, 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 and don't be scared of those who want to put the fear inside your heart.
Can't imagine how proud your mom is of you, Masih.
I love her.
Thank you, and we love you. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.